Well, good morning, River, and welcome to this morning's brooding. I've been thinking about normal and wondering how much of what we knew as normal before this national shutdown will get back to normal, and how much adjusting that we're having to make during this shutdown will actually inform and become our new normal. For example, I find myself wondering, will I be getting haircuts again once this is all over? Uh, or will I just sort of go back to what was normal in the 1960s? I'm not sure. We'll see. I do know there is something that will be normal once this is all over. And that is what Paul tells us in Romans 5:17. And there he says, for if by the transgression of the one, and there he's referring to Adam, who sinned, and as a result of his sin, Paul goes on to say that death reigned through the one. That idea of reigned is the idea of a kingdom, that death had the kingdom, that death ruled. And one day, death will come and take everyone's life. Death will reign eternally after the body dies. And in the meantime, in this period we call life, even the good that we want to do, we can't really do because sin reigns in us and it results in death. Now here's the good news. Much more, those who have received the abundance of grace and of the gift of righteousness. Now that's normal. Much more means more than the reign of death. There's this new reign, this new normal. That in Christ we have received an abundance of grace. Now, how much is that? Well, it's more than I need for whatever I'm up against right now. That the situation I'm in, the conversation I'm trying to have right now, on and on and on, there's an abundance of grace. There's plenty of it. And there's the gift of righteousness, which is, first of all, it's a right standing with God. We're justified and we have peace with God. But there's also this ability to do what is good and wise and beneficial, like He is righteous. Now, with His grace, this abundance of grace, we're able to do what is right in this situation, and in the next situation, and in the next conversation, and on and on. Therefore, we reign in life. That's normal. Now, reign in life doesn't mean I go around bossing people around. But what it does mean is that I have the authority to do and to say what is right in this situation, in this conversation. I have the free will to do what is right and wise. And I also have the ability to discern, to think it out, and to come to reasonable conclusions about what's the right thing to say, what's the right thing to do. And I'm able to do this because the grace of Christ enables me to reign over the battle that sin is waging in me. Situation by situation by situation, conversation by conversation by conversation, decision by decision by decision. That's the new normal. And we do this through the one, Jesus Christ. I don't do this independent of Him, but I do this in reliance upon Him. You and I are continually trusting Jesus and abiding in Jesus because apart from Him, I can't do this. But with His help, I can not only do it, but I can bear fruit. And so that's why we need to know Jesus. And one of the things that flows out of knowing Jesus is our ability to develop relationships and other things that we value. That's the new normal. So River, have a great day, have a great week raining, and I'll be back with you in a day or two.